Hey you guys, how's it going today? We are back with some more Oxygen Not Included. We're right into the game, and right away, good, Ellie is building the outhouse. It looks like possibly they need to use it. Yep, full bladder. I knew it, and come on, just use it. Okay, she's asleep. Alright, good. Good. She's a narcoleptic. That's right. So, sanitize it. Good. Good. So that's one issue. That's going to be an issue, is germs now. So if we look here, we can see there is food poisoning. Yay. So, food poisoning, if it basically gets onto food and somebody eats it, they're going to vomit, get sick, their immune system is going to go down. It's going to cause a whole lot of problems. This right here, this outhouse, is disgusting. Okay, this is like, imagine like going into a porta potty and there's already been like 15 people going to that porta potty and it was right outside Chipotle. Okay, that's how disgusting this thing is. And, alright. So, okay, so going back to everything. We've got Gosman, she... Oh, okay. Wow. She already has quite a bit of food poisoning on her. As you can see, 66,000 germs. If this game doesn't make you a germaphobe, I don't know what will. And you can see everybody is just infected right now with food poisoning. So what we need now is we need showers, we need an actual toilet, and we need plumbing. So the next thing that we're going to start researching, and actually, shoot, we need a wash basin. That's what we need. That's the first thing we need. Silly, silly me. I am not thinking. Okay, first things first, we need to dig this out. Alright, this was probably a terrible placement for the outhouse now that I think about it, and I really regret the decision. But we'll see how things go. Alright, you guys, can somebody please dig that up so I can build a wash basin? Thank you. And we're also going to need... Jeez. Alright. Let's get this wash basin going. Perfect. And wash basins are really nice because we can set it up so that they only use it when they walk out or walk in, depending on the area. If it's the infirmary, we probably want people to go in and wash their hands instead of coming out and washing their hands. So, we can set a direction. So whenever a duplicant goes in that direction, they wash their hands. Extremely useful. And, yeah. Alright. So, what are some other things that we're going to need? So, we're getting started on this, which is good. And we're going to set it to right. Right now, it's also insufficient resources of water. So, it needs 5 kilograms for it to be full. And then as people go through it, it uses that, it becomes disgusting water and, icky stuff. And we're working on that right now. And Gosman is working extremely hard at doing this research. But progress is slow but steady. Oh, shoot. Alright. So, we have a little bit of a flood. That's not great. It's going to cool things down, but things are already cool enough. So, that's kind of bad. Well, actually, we could just, actually, hold on. Okay, it's clean right now. 0 surface germs. Perfect. Beautiful. So, maybe what we do is we just kind of dig that, so then it just goes right into that water area. But right now, people are not going to like this. Stress is probably going to go up. Yeah. Alright, and what is our oxygen looking like? So you can see that our oxygen is going up. Well, you know, it's high. It's high up here. It's getting lower down here because carbon dioxide is heavier than oxygen, so it falls. So we're going to need to do something about that. Right now we have no oxygen generation. We can see that this oxygen is actually kind of, well, it's a good pressure. It's not the highest it could be. So we might want to think about making a oxygen diffuser. This essentially takes some algae. Okay, soggy feet. Nice. That's great. All right. Okay, let's try to mop some of this up. That was really bad on my part. Yeah, look at him go. All right. So, while they're mopping that up, we've got to figure out a good way of having a bathroom. And it's downtime right now. Okay. So the biggest thing is I want to kind of expand out this way, but this water right here is causing some issues. Nice, he's cured of hypothermia. That's good. We could put some bathrooms here, like the actual bathrooms, like good bathrooms. In fact, let's go down. So this is the actual bathroom. So we can have a lavatory, a shower, and a sink. And all of this stuff would be automatic. So like people don't have to come, you know, get things ready and stuff like that. And it's just so much nicer. It's so much nicer. So, but also everything is just not sanitary right now. Holy crap. Alright. So, how much algae do we have? We have about 715 kilograms of it. That's not as much as you might think. This thing eats through it. But we are going to place it, and I think I'm going to place it right there. I have to plug it in. Alright, we're out of power right now. So one thing that I was kind of thinking about too, so we could theoretically dig down this way. There's a lot of carbon dioxide down here, but it's low pressure. And we can kind of almost use that to our advantage. And we can almost shove all of this carbon dioxide into this area if we keep this pressure high. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. And this thing is just going to pump things out. Yeah. Alright, let's get started on that. And it looks like we also got the algae terrarium. This thing works wonders. Okay, it just consumes a little bit of algae. It takes up some carbon dioxide and produces oxygen. So it basically does photosynthesis. And this is one of the best ways of taking care of carbon dioxide in your base. So, now that we have that, and we also have compost, very useful. Very, very useful. This thing produces polluted dirt, and we can basically cycle through it. Because it requires dirt, I think. Maybe not. Requires no pumping. Must be periodically emptied of polluted dirt. Maybe not, actually. It doesn't require dirt, but it does create dirt. It's poop, but we can use that to our advantage. So, let's see here. Let's go ahead and build down this way. And then we're going to create some tiles, and we're going to, kind of fill in some areas right here. This shouldn't have been selected. Okay. And we also, okay, let's go to research now. Do we want plumbing first, or do we want gas? I think we go plumbing first. That's what I normally do. So we're gonna go ahead and do the research for this whole sanitization area. I feel like that's gonna be pretty important. We don't want our population getting sick. Alright, so, we also haven't even really dealt with food yet. We should probably deal with food at some point too. We have a couple of options now. And actually, that's another thing we can use carbon dioxide for. We can basically pump a room full of carbon dioxide because it's a good insulator. So that means that if you keep it kind of cool, the plants are going to be able to grow faster, and you can basically keep it at the correct pressure for all of the plants. Things are way too complicated in this game, but anyway, let's nonetheless continue this digging extravaganza. So, what are we building right now? We're going to be building something for the algae terrariums. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a multi kind of platform right here. So right here is going to be for the algae terrariums, and we're going to do 4 high. And the reason being is because at some point we're going to want lights in here, so that way it increases the effectiveness of the terrariums. Alright. So, let's do that then. We're going to go ahead and place this terrarium. We're going to... Oh, and actually, now that I think about it, before we get this, we actually should get to the... No, I'm wrong. We definitely need this. Alright, let's let things go. Run ahead. So we're just gonna place like 3 of them. And this requires... So, requirements. It needs algae 30 grams a second, and water 300 grams a second. Something that's really good about these is that it can be auto-fed. So that means we can just basically make a dropper and just drop some water periodically into the area. That makes it so it controls the amount of water usage, and it also makes it so that duplicants don't have to continuously worry about this. Alright, so we now have the option of adding another duplicate. Now, one big issue right now is food. We really need to crack down on food. Right now, sanitary issues are a big issue, but food is probably one of the biggest. So we are going to select somebody because I do need somebody. What is this? What? Okay, hold on. So we have to survive 200 cycles. Maintain 16 morale. Okay. Print 12 duplicates. Build a great monument. Breach the temporal tier. Send a duplicate on a one-way mission to the furthest star map destination. Okay, how do I select? Yeah, I know. Printables available. Duplicate skills. Okay. I don't. Colony summary. What the heck? Okay. We got an achievement. Bed and bath. Have at least one toilet in the colony and a bed for every duplicant. Well, that was easy. So how the heck do I choose a blueprint? Oh, interesting. Okay. I guess it's called choosing a blueprint. Okay, so we got 4 options here. We've got Pipscreek. Care package. Pipscreek. ×1. A little purring pipsqueak. In time, it will mature into a fully grown pip. That's cool. It's kind of like a little cat. I bet you that probably deals with stress. Right now, stress isn't a big issue. So, let's kind of work on something else. Alright, so I see that we have somebody for building, which is good, but we already have somebody for building. So, ranching, not going to be an issue right now. That is way beyond the skill and tier of the research tree that we are on right now. Farming, though, on the other hand, extremely important right now. We need to get farming under control. So, we're going to go farming, and we're going to print him. And he's going to spill into this world. And so we got Harold. Alright, Harold. Let's see what you've got. We're going to need a bed for him as well. Mining oxalite's not the end of the world. It gives us essentially the oxalite ore. And it continues to produce oxygen even when it's taken down. So, I think I might do that. Because I do need another cot for Arnold. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to place it like that. It's going to get rid of 2 oxalite. It'll be fine. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what we've got. We've got bottles literally all over the place. We need some storage. So storage. Storage, I was thinking of putting here, but we still have all that water to deal with. We could also put it here pretty easily. Yeah, let's dig out this area too. I'm gonna set this. We're gonna set this as a lower priority, so that way they're not doing it right away, because it's not that big of a priority right now. You know, it's kind of like when your mom tells you to go clean your room, but you feel like you should be doing something else at the time, like whether it's playing video games or something else. You know, cleaning your room's just not on the high priority list. Alright, hey you guys, welcome back. So, I've done a little bit, so, you know, the duplicates have kind of continued, and, you know, we've got quite a bit of a good thing going right here. Right now as well, we're just going to mine out this block right here, so that way we can get some more airflow going in there. So let me explain kind of what's happening. So, first off, this area is absolutely maxed out with gas right now. So I've decided that I'm going to disable the oxygen diffuser. We've already used a lot of our algae. So I'm trying to make sure that we stay above the amount of algae that we need. You know, things are going to just continuously using algae. So that's one thing. The next thing is, I was kind of thinking about it, and I think, like, right here, we're going to start our creation of mealwood. Mealwood is probably one of the most used sources of food in this game, as it's just one of the easiest plants to make. So let's go ahead and start doing that. And so the first thing is going to be just to make a platform right here. Wow, that's a vacuum. Can we use that? So, the only problem with that being a vacuum is that the mealwood requires it to be under a specific atmospheric pressure. So you can see the air pressure is 150 to 10,000 grams. So, and the atmosphere can be oxygen, polluted oxygen, carbon dioxide. Mealwood just does not care. The body temperature has to stay between 10 to 30 degrees Celsius. Alright, so, let's see here. We don't really want to open up into this because it might cause our mealwood to not have the correct oxygen pressure. So, let's just go ahead and mine out. We're gonna stick with the 12 by 4, well, the 4 high ceilings right now, just because that works out for the best for almost everything. We've got some fertilizer up here as well. And we've got a lot of oxygen up here too, so, you know, honestly, oxygen is really just not an issue. But we gotta make sure that we continue digging right now. We gotta continue expanding and all that. So the other thing is too, is if we look at the colony report, this is probably one of the most useful things this game has to offer for controlling the actual civilization. So, duplicate details, all of that stuff. But base details, holy crap, this stuff is useful. So you can see right here that we added. So this is happening today. If we look at a previous cycle, like cycle 3 yesterday, so we added 30 kilograms of oxygen, but we took out 170. So we had a net loss of 140 kilograms. That can add up really fast. So one thing that's going to combat this really well are these algae terrariums. But then again, they also just use up a lot of algae. So anyway, wanted to show this as well. So helpful stuff. The other thing is, something I don't really agree with is that the mealwood doesn't soak up any carbon dioxide. I feel like because it's a plant, it should, but it doesn't. So, but also at some point, we can also use this to our advantage as well. If our base becomes overly inflamed in CO2, then we can basically open this up, and all of that CO2 can just rush into that room, and then we can seal it, or try to seal it fast enough. Alright. So, let's see here. Food. So we're going to just want multiple of these. I'm going to build quite a few. And we're also, actually, I'm going to cancel this one, because I want a pneumatic door there. Oh, okay. That's not where I wanted it. Pneumatic door there. And we're gonna get this like that right now. Alright, you guys. Wow. I was just looking at the time. Didn't realize how long things have passed by. How fast things are passing by right now. This game is a lot of fun, so time flies. But thanks you guys so much for watching, and have a fantastic night or day, depending on when you're watching this. And, thanks so much for watching. And if you really want to, I would appreciate it if you share it, and also just recommend it to a friend. Try to get this channel out there, because as you know, it's small right now, things need to grow. But thanks you guys so much for watching. If you want to stick around, think about subscribing, and take care. Have a great night.